2020, dude. What happened? Okay, so, the world sucks right now. I mean, I guess you could say it always does, but even as a guy who tries to enjoy the little things and look at the glass half full, it's been undeniably crap. And for, well, reasons, we've all been keeping ourselves inside, meaning plenty of time to play video games. Today, I'm gonna recommend you some, but not just any game, since I would default to my personal favorites. Instead, I think the world needs some quality comfort games. But Mr. Revolution, what are comfort games? Well, think of comfort food, only as video games. What? The titles that you play to feel good, whether that be to relax, blow off some steam, or immerse yourself so deep that you forget about anything and everything going on in the real world. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. No rules or regulations to this short and sweet list, other than the fact that this is all based on what I feel could be classified as comforting to someone. I tried not to be too biased, but personal preferences and opinions, yada yada yada, that all goes without saying for you hydrated bunch of geniuses, but you never know. Anyway, let's kick back, grab a tub of cookie dough ice cream, and fill up a glass of water as we get into the games. Or, more specifically, my top 5 comfort games. Oh, Stardew Valley, what a blissful piece of media you are. First of all, though, it's at the bottom of the list because it can be very stressful. I distinctly remember my first play session where I had all these options thrown at me at once. Alright, gotta create my character with such tiny details that I can barely make it out. I don't like it. Let me make another one. Alright, gotta meet everyone in town. Why does everyone keep moving? How am I supposed to know where everyone is so I can finish this stupid mission? Gotta farm, gotta get items, gotta get all this new equipment so I can do all the game's tasks. Holy crap, it's already nighttime. Holy crap, why is the timer freaking out? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, it can be overwhelming, but I feel that's at least partially my fault. When you take a step back, do one task at a time, and choose an area to really focus on, you ease up, relax a little, and start to enjoy yourself. Stardew has a lot going on, but that's to give the player options and something to work towards in case you need a little bit of direction. The pixel art and soothing soundtrack are all there to provide a mellow, laid-back lifestyle that even in-game acts as a getaway from the boring world you used to be a part of. There are friendly faces to interact with and lots to do, plenty of which being mindless tasks, but that's all a part of the charm. And if you really can't get into it, the multiplayer will probably do it for you. That's when it all clicked for me anyway, and when I started to appreciate how chill of a game Stardew Valley really is. Because when you're fishing with the boys, what problems do you have? Hey, I said comfort games, not necessarily relaxing games. And sometimes you just want to hit something, so why not do that in a more productive, exaggerated, cartoony fashion? Smash Ultimate, if anything, is the Smash game I feel has the most refined gameplay, which is what matters most in a list like this. And there are a ton of modes that provide different ways to go about the core battle system, meaning the fun never has to end. Unless you're playing World of Light because, well, that's the story mode, so it has to end. Not one I've seen because I don't care for the mode, but hey, online play is a big reason you'd want this game nowadays though, and while it isn't perfect, it's pretty good all things considered. Battle arenas are where I spend the most time because I can play with people I actually know and don't have to get my ego destroyed when I lose like a billion GSP for losing one match. I tend to lean towards 1v1 battles, but for maximum comfort gaming, I suggest playing less serious matches so you don't get in that competitive mindset. I've had a lot of fun doing team battles, free-for-alls, playing with items on, and even doing ridiculous rule sets like playing with one stock unable to see percentages. Heck, just playing on ridiculous custom stages can get wild. And the people I play with have way too much fun in that mode, I'll just say that. And I mean, you could also play with me if you join my Discord, link in the description, I'm just saying. It's fun, it's mindless, it's the crossover to end all crossovers, it's Smash Bros, the series that can make literally anyone smile. What more could you ask for? Before New Horizons, I hadn't played a single Animal Crossing in my life. So why is it then that this game has consumed my entire existence? Why is this game so freaking good? This is what inspired me to make the list in the first place, because Animal Crossing New Horizons came when we needed it most. You're on a deserted island just living your day-to-day life. Actually, that's about it. Except that's all you really need, because turns out living life has a lot to it. In Animal Crossing anyway, you set up your island, catch bugs, collect fruit, decorate your home, find a bunch of other stuff I can't be bothered to list off, craft a bunch of tools in style, grind tarantulas to cheese the game, and believe it or not, that's scratching the surface. There is so much to do, all of which being these mundane tasks you wouldn't want to do in real life, but because you go about it all at your own pace and it's made out to be so relaxing, it's a lot of fun. I want my island to be the best it can be, to little avail, and I want to invite more people to my wonderful land of Fosalot. It's also the most adorable game I've ever played. I love the art style, how the characters and environments appear, and the whole atmosphere of kicking it on an island you've turned into your own. It's literally a game all about vibing, and that's amazing. Also, you can play with friends, and the last time I did, I accidentally played for 5 hours straight. I was having so much fun. So long as you're careful with how much time you spend on this game. No, who am I kidding? This game's gonna eat up your time, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Huge shoutouts to Homestead Hero for gifting me this game. This island giveaway was just what the doctor ordered. Look, I don't know how this game keeps ending up at 2nd place. I swear I love it. I'll give it gold someday. Top 10 visual, nope, Danganronpa V3. Top 10 indie game, nope, Gunvolt 2. Sorry, what are we talking about? Valhalla, for real, has become one of my favorite games of all time due to it immersing me in Glitch City through the eyes of a bartender named Jill. You talk to people, make them a drink or two, then talk to them some more, and while it's very simple, that simplicity is exactly what makes it so comforting. The incredibly well-written dialogue hooks itself into you, never letting go as you find out more about these expertly written characters. The pixel art, anime aesthetic, and soundtrack I vibe to IRL, as well as the stress-free gameplay, allow you to just enjoy the stories these characters have to tell. Heck, the game encourages you to get comfortable while playing, because that's all this game sets out to do, alongside introducing you to a variety of personalities. All that put together makes for the coziest game I've ever played, and one that's incredibly comforting on top of being straight up solid. I haven't been able to shut up about it ever since playing it last year, and will continue to sing its praises because of how competent a title it is, how much it immersed me, how it solidified my love for the visual novel genre, and introduced me to an amazing cast, all spearheaded by one of my favorite characters of all time. Just play this game already, I love it so much. In fact, I was expecting it to top the list, but then I remembered something very important that could provide a nice experience for just about everyone. What would that be? Well, I'd have to go with Pokemon. And admittedly, you could put the whole damn franchise at this spot, being that they've all got something to offer, but I'd like to limit myself to just one, and that would be Gen 2, more specifically their remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, I hope you know that I'm not just picking these games because they happen to be my favorite. That being said, the reason why they are my favorite happens to be why I also find them to be the most comforting games you can play. Gen 2 are the Pokemon games I feel focus on immersing the player the most. These games aren't about stopping an evil team or saving the world, hence why those aspects of the story take such a back seat. Instead, this game is about exploring Johto, becoming the champion, finding all these new creatures, and eventually going back to where it all began to see how it changed after the years between the original games and this one. And that's precisely why I love Heart Gold Soul Silver so much. The region feels so non-linear that I can explore it at my own pace, especially without the pressure of stopping the bad guys. There are a lot of side activities, encouraging me to take a break from the typical Pokemon journey to take part in the game's other offerings. There are so many different interestingly designed creatures, and in the Gen 4 remakes, that number just skyrockets. The amount of legendary Pokemon too? And these aren't just there to take up a slot in the Pokedex, but the lore surrounding them incentivizes me to make them a part of my collection that much more because they have substance. Of course, you've got the tried and true battle system, and while a lot of people cite Gen 4 as the slowest, while I'm not gonna argue against it, I don't know if the game's speed ever bothered me that much. In fact, I kind of find that complaint blown out of proportion because, like I said in another video, since when was speed a combat system's make or break feature? Just relax, man. Those gyms aren't going anywhere. And what's Team Rocket gonna do? Radio broadcast people to death? These are the Pokemon games I feel anyone can get the most mileage out of to this day, and will make you forget about anything and everything going on outside of Johto because that doesn't matter. It's just you and the game. And on a list full of titles that are meant to comfort you during these harsh times, that's about the best praise I could give, solidifying it as what I believe to be the most comforting game